EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams, and the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, ready for another installment of the NFL International Series. And we are underway from North London. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the cornerback.
Back on the field after a knee injury robbed him of his rookie season, but he showed a ton of promise in the limited sample size we saw of him during the preseason. Go back to the University of Michigan. You saw an accurate passer who ran the offense extremely well, but don't be fooled by that. He was never afraid to attack defenses with his arm, and he'll try to do the same here in the NFL.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. The dump off for Mason. So they'll get nothing on that play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now McCarthy. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, that's exactly what defense is talking about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Get him 9 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
There's a lot to like about Dylan Gabriel's game, and that was registered in the NFL draft when he went in the 3rd round. Incredibly experienced, starts 63 games in college, which is an FBS record. He may be undersized, but he understands the offense very well, and he's a terrific competitor.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he is going to have the Browns first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And it was yardage here, back at the 47. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. A good gain of 14 there. It moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's second and 10. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells that offensive line no. Thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard.
Coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Second and 11. Nowhere to turn this time. He goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Gabriel. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And his kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game where the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. How did you do it? And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
17 yards.
Jefferson has his first catch. He also has a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
First down.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
Mason going to get it on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
That's another Vikings first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Right back to Mason. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
McCarthy off the play fake. And Thielman's got it. Touchdown Vikings. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
Extra point right there in the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Vikings 7.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And after for the field goal last time. See what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Gabriel. And he'll slide to him here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gabriel. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, McCarthy. And his throw here is incomplete.
Intended for C.J. Ham. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10. Running left, Mason. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up the 3rd and 10.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Throw to the right, held in by Addison. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 11. And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
To the right goes Mason. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that is incomplete. And pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Browns set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. They will start this drive with 4. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
That's a screen pass. That's good play. Only a yard there. Snipped out well defensively, and it brings up third.
A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 10.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10. Looking to throw. Gabriel. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Mason. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He's taken down.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
So it's hard to have vision as a runner and find the hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stack that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people down there.
Distance covered on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll hand it to Mason. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They did get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy, a 13-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. A little juke. And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30. The Browns offense trotting back on the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking to put a drive together. In stride, and he goes out around the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now this time he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's 4. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch goes off for 29 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's over 40 yards of movement in those last two plays.
13 more yards. That's another Browns. First down. First and goal.
Hadn't been a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried to run through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 out of the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku from 3 yards out. And the Browns are back within a score. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy hit a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
14.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. To just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play as borne out by the numbers. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
It's just a battle of wills in it. Because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action, now McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 48 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And on that one, able to catch it, also
secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after.
Extra point.
It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. We'll start on the ground here. 1st down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards for the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Gabriel. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Gabriel. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. To the air with McCarthy. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
That's caught downfield by Anderson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35.
And the Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
On the give, it's Mason. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. Throwing is McCarthy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available. And incompletion as a result.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And he'll go down. Right down at the 20-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead grows to 14 and 24-10. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position. Right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run with Ford. And he still is yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up in air and out. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
He thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete to Addison on the out route. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the 1st half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
He will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the 1st half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the 2nd half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I see a bunch of mean guys in the bandana tie. I don't know the west side, give us side eyes. Anybody down?
On the ground, it's 4. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
First down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Gabriel. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw. Gabriel. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
That's a gain of 8.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Out of the gun now on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. They got 29 yards that time.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. This is Ford. Oh, a heck of a move. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now receiver in motion left. Now a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Jerome Ford taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The try here for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 50 yards rushing for him now in the goal game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he ended up down with the first one until he was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now McCarthy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
19 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's taken down. This will be a ground sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. McCarthy operating from the gun. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it on just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And they will take him down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Gabriel. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
And so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
On 1st down, it's 4. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd and 4. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Gabriel. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. zone is a fumble return for Browns TD. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
They'll go in for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 27 all. For a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Shoots past it. And they'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. That'll give us 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now they run. It's Mason. It was knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And that, Charles, you have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. On play action, McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They'll run here with Mason. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw McCarthy. And his throw is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field, but it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Record on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. On the ground, here comes Mason. Gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 69 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Vikings are going to have it now, 1st and goal.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another 1st down.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the run is Mason. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Intended for Jordan Mason.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's McCarthy. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive spans 13 plays. And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. This one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught at the 21. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And the Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
The handoff to Ford at the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 38 now, here comes second and 8. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late.
Pass interference.
That might be PI.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. Off-play action. Gabriel. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. He finds his man, complete. That's 4. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
In motion, the tight end. They'll run on first down. 4. And he is going to be stopped yards, the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Operating from the gun, Gabriel. That one taken in by Corner. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Boy, sat down, still ballin', money stacked all the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the back down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my back down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Shack Town.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Jenkins. And he's going to be met down the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Up the middle they go. It's 4th. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 51 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to get...
And he takes this one in for a round score. Jerome Ford with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 34. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is McCarthy. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Mason going to get it on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second down and 8. To the air with McCarthy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down. First and 10.
So there you go. You save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
That's another Vikings. First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Mason. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They run the option on second down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel That's going to be caught by Judy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
First down, forward. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. On first down, here's Jenkins. And they'll take it into the end zone. First round's touchdown. Quinshawn Jenkins, 27 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on sheet paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
Little salt, little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. That's caught by Addison. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Which are some people crazy say the short throws underneath. They gotta find a way to gash the defense downfield.
A football game. 3rd down and 1. Completes this to Jefferson. Well, the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He's back to throw. On the screen, this is Mason. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll look to throw. Addison holds it in. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. He's tight end over the middle. T.J. Hawkinson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now 1st and goal. McCarthy going to throw again. He takes it across for the touchdown. They're taking a lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Not even a little bit. Hold on. Know yourself, know your worth. My actions get louder than my words. I ain't so.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Extra point splits the uprights, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24 as they come up on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel. The kicker here, it's complete. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
30-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. First and 10. Looking to throw. Gabriel. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here's first and 10. Off the play fake. Gabriel. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll come up now on second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down. It looks like right at the 40. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Garth. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.